Rinka can't wait to see what's in this kiln either. Good morning, Pottery peeps. So it's Friday, day before the sale. I actually had 2 kilns to unload, but Bab Morta over here is still hot. She's, I've actually got my coffee sitting on top of her, and she's keeping it warm. She shut off about, I think about 1 this morning. So unloading this kiln is, I'm gonna be sweating because she's cooling down. And hopefully we can get into her tonight. She fires faster than Sorsha, and she also cools faster than Sorsha. So we're hoping late tonight. So I'm not gonna film this one, but I will film at the show so you can see some of the things that came out of this. Anyway, on those particular kiln firings that I am super stressed about, I will sometimes put my little witch on top and let her sit on the kiln. She normally sits on my shelf right there, right in, actually, we'll just go ahead and put her in her normal resting spot. So she normally sits right there and watches over the kilns. And if you want to learn how to make her, I do have a witch video and I'll link it in the description. I put it up last year. So, all right, let's see what we got. All right, a lot of you commented on my short video that I put up about firing big platters on top of posts. And it was, fired this kiln at 3:30 in the morning on Thursday morning. And after I fired it, when I woke up and could think clearly, I did wish that I had put, I have these long posts. So what I wish I did, because I did get some slumping, I did put a big cookie that I'm going to have to get off. But what I should have done was balance this and fired it this way. Is what I should have done. So if you ever do something like this, get crazy with your, get creative with the way that you fire. I'd highly recommend doing that because I did get some slumping. Let's see if I can get this cookie off with the screwdriver. I got smart and put a screwdriver here. And I can't get it off right now. Oh, there we go. Let's see. So I did get some slumping. Let's see, you can't see. Maybe you can see over here. It is level, but it is up a little bit in the middle. Doesn't, not too bad. I might try firing this again flat on a shelf and just see if it'll rest or set back down. And I probably will, because you know I got time. This is Christmas. So I did root beer, coyote root beer on the reindeer. I did the stroke and coat ruby slippers and wiped this back on this design, and then it's just got my studio clear on it. Oh, I did lose a couple of mushrooms. Okay, so this one I wasn't worried about at all because it's little. So this one turned out perfectly flat, so it's fine. So I didn't worry about this. This was done the same way. All right, this was crazy on the top, trying to fit in as much stuff as I could. All right, let me get these guys out of the way so nothing falls. Since it looks like I had plenty of stuff that fell. Oh, I might be able to save this one. Nope, this one will have to be refired. Oh, but that's cool. Look at that. And oh, you're gonna ask me what I did. I did winter woods on all the stems. This is Terra Red, remember. I didn't write anything down because I was in a hurry. And I have no idea. No idea what I did. But it's cool. So yeah, this one I'm gonna try and actually bust off and see if we can't refire this one again. I usually put things on that other kiln, and I'm gonna try and do the same thing with this one. I think I might be able to save it if I don't break it. Winter Woods again on the Terra Red. This is the Mako's passion flower. I figured it'd look like poison. Poison mushroom. All right, so 2. Okay, don't roll. So let's take a look at these. Oof. Look at that. I did get some cracking, but they're mushrooms, so I think it's okay. This is Winter Woods, and I did dip this when I did the bottom. This is Winter Woods, and this is that Mako's Azurite. It's a blue. I ordered 5 pounds of it, not realizing it's not food safe. So I found it when I was going through my buckets. It's like, you know, you need to start using this up. So when it's not food safe, stuff like mushrooms is absolutely perfect. So the Terra Red, I probably will not do the mushrooms again. Mainly because I did, oh, that's pretty. Oh, look at that one. Winter Woods again, stem and the bottom. And I did to here. This is the Fire Brick by Amico. And then I took and did pearl white for the spots. I was hoping that they would do exactly what they did. This does look like a poison mushroom. Whew. And I love the underneath. So these were all glaze glued, thrown separately. I did not connect them, glazed separately, and then I placed them in the kiln together on top of each other. That one is a winner. Oh God, just loving these. Okay, nope, that's satin patina. This is Orbe, yes. Orbe, and then I did throw on some night moth, and the night moth ran all the way down. I've got some of it up here at the top, but that's pretty. And then again, and it ran over on underneath. Ooh, I love that. Winter Woods again. They were all Winter Woods on the stems and underneath. Same. Oh, I love the way the Winter Woods. And I did, since I have Winter Woods in a bucket, all those little black crystals fall down to the bottom. After I glazed them, I picked up those crystals and I put them in different places. So this is Clayscape Satin Patina. Satin Patina is another one that is not food safe. So perfect for that. Jeez. And then I picked up some of the crystals and put them here. Actually, these are the night moth crystals. So I did a dab of the night moth glaze and then put the crystals on top of it. And that looks like a poison mushroom, if I do say so myself. Ooh, these are so fun. And then glazing like a mad woman, trying to catch up on the week I lost thanks to the hubby. Normally I would be just fine. But, oh, I hope those didn't, oh, they didn't touch. Yay. This one is the Passion Flower by Mako. And I did put some pearl white on the top so I could get a little bit of running. And again, it is the Winter Woods. That's cool. Cool, cool. I will be perfectly fine if none of those sew. Because I will be able to keep them all. All right, this is Sandy's Refire. She's gonna be waiting to see. Let me get it off the post here. Oh. The post actually came out. I don't know if you can see the wire, so I'll have to get some pliers and get that guy out. But she grinded off where it had hit the other piece and reglazed. Oh, there it is. It's covered in glaze now. Sometimes, you know, that doesn't cover very well after if you sand it off and refire. But it's a pumpkin. I think it works just fine. So I'll put that where I can remember to do some surgery and remove that piece of wire. All right, these are savannas, and these are savannas. So little gnomes, pearl white. She did the ruby slippers. She gave them, I think she did the pearl white on the nose too, so they got little yellow noses, and then the holly green spectrum on the body. And then she did the orange gloss by Mako, and I believe the seaweed on the top on her little stem. And these are also hers. This is going to be a full kiln with all these little guys stuck around them. So she's going to like those. All right, I did some more of the apple bakers, but they were done with the Terra Red. So I wanted to see how they did on the Terra Red versus the speckled buff. The butter shows up much better on the Terra Red. I didn't know if it would, because, you know, sometimes darker clays take over lighter glazes. But that butter, that's a win. And I did do cream on the inside and sponge the butter. But, so you can't really tell that there's a difference between the inside and the outside unless you really look. And then I did holly green, the kiwi for the leaves again, and textured amber from Amico. You know what? Look at this. I am in love. Let me see if it'll focus. Can't tell if it's focusing or not. I'm in love with this butter from Clayscapes. Look at all of those little microcrystals. And this one, you can see the line because I dipped it this way and I dipped it this way. So I do have glaze in my stamp and my signature. But wow. I mean, look at all of that. That's a cool glaze. It's another glaze I've had for a long time and haven't done anything with. All right, let's remove these. So I got a story on these fairy houses when we get to them. Here's an owl left over from when I did the owl videos, and this is on the Speckled Buff by Laguna. And this one I did the Autumn Purple by Spectrum, and then did the Melon by Mako here. This is the Sun-Kissed Stroke and Coat and Kimchi on the wings. Hold on a second, I have a visitor. Okay, so here's another owl. And this one, vase, planter, pencil holder, whichever. This one is on the Terra Red. Actually, it was a marbled Terra Red that I did some carving in, and I did root beer on the inside, Coyote's root beer, which is one of my favorites. And then I did a root beer stain, basically. I wiped it back on the leaves, and so there's still root beer underneath these leaves. I wanted a very fall, very kind of dark. And I also did the black velvet underglaze on his beak and his feet, and no glaze on those. And then I did holly green. I also did kimchi and kimchi. I think that's all I did. And then the eyes were the Stroke and Coats Sun-Kissed. I might have put some orange, like the Shino, or I think I did the saffron. These were all done very quickly, so I didn't write anything down, but I think he's beautiful. All right, let's get to these fairy houses. I have a story with them, like I said. So as a lot of you who have been following the channel for a while know that I had two knee replacements last year, plus a reconstruction trying to fix a botched surgery. And so these were done last year. In fact, the cookie jar was done February 2022. And you've heard me talk about before, I hate glazing these guys because they take so dang long. So they've been sitting on my shelf and I haven't wanted to do them. And I figured, it's been over 18 months, or about 18 months for this one. Better get her done. So most of these, this is a little one, root beer, holly green, and I did the ruby slippers on the top with white dots, and I did white on the flower. So this one's pretty simple. That one didn't take so long. These other ones did. So again, root beer, and I did get root beer pretty much on like the door. I wiped the door back, and then I just did one coat of the holly green. So that's holly green with one coat. And I'm not sure what green. Some of these my husband had started like last year, and so then we never got them done, and so then I picked them back up and couldn't remember what was done. So I'm not sure. But this is lavender mist on the top, and I did put some pearl white, hoping to get some runs. And I did get a little bit of runs. I really like that little blue that came out. And so they're a mix of underglazes and stroke and coats, and then glazes. And I love that cute little ladybug. Again, root beer. I did the stones with a gray that I put some black into and left it. It's not covered with any glaze. So I did this in the same way. This is the autumn. That's really pretty. That's the Spectrum Autumn Purple. And then I put pearl white on the top so it would run down. Okay, we gotta try that on a mug. I gotta get back to making mugs. But super cute. I love these in the garden, or they make great candle holders. You know, you put a little tea light or even fairy lights in them. They look so cute. So we'll see how they do at the market or at the art festival. Again, root beer, holly green. This is the kimchi on the top. I'm really loving those kimchis, or the Spectrum glazes, the kimchi and the autumn purple. And this is the butterfly. Rather than actually paint the butterfly, I just put blue hydrangea on it, and got a little mushroom. And I did this one where I put root beer over everything and then wiped back the leaves, and I wiped back some on the door and the stems. Root beer is one of those great glazes where you get a lot of glaze and it gets super glossy and amber. And then if you don't get a lot of glaze, it does this burnt amber or burnt umber kind of color, and just gives you a lot of variation. All right. So this one was one of those that was mostly glazed. So I have no idea what this is. No idea. I think it's the royal blue velvet underglaze, white back with a clear on top. I'm pretty sure that's what's done. I'm not sure what that one is. And then the root beer again, and so I just wiped it back in certain places. Very cute. So at least I'll have some fairy houses. This one wasn't done so long ago, but I do believe it was done in the spring. It's probably one of the ones that I showed on the videos on how to do. And this is the rose quartz, and I love that. Look at that. Yeah, and then I did the royal purple in the Spectrum and the kimchi, just kind of randomly did different ones. And then the green is the holly green again, which is my favorite, and the little wooden stem is root beer. That's a great color combination. I got to make sure I don't keep, maybe I should raise you up a little bit so I don't keep going out of frame, but that's a great combination. Ooh, really like that. And I'm putting too many things on this hot kiln. I'm gonna take a break and we'll get back to this one. Okay. So this one, at the end of the video, I'll show how to get the lid off, but I'm not going to try it while I'm unloading. I did Opulence Sea Spray, and I did leather for the door. I ended up going kind of very beachy. So the green was all done with Amico's True Green. And then I used Deep Sea and Sky for all the flowers. I did the Buttercup for the yellow, Clayscapes Buttercup. God, I love that sea spray. So you're getting a lot of different colors there. And you know what? I'm kind of really digging that leather. I hadn't used it before. So this is a cookie jar. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to raise you up because I keep going out of the frame. So at the end of the video, we will get this lid off. I have a mess here. So this is the drippage from the mushroom that had tipped over. So that's hopefully, oh good. Because this is Mickey's Nightcraft Co. I was really hoping it didn't get on her stuff. So these are all her little dinosaur dishes. She's done a lot of these. They're really popular. So, and she's done celadons over Sky, and I believe the butter, or it's the Amico Marigold. I think it's Marigold. She brushed these. So, and then these dinosaurs, I don't know if you can tell, they're pressed in, and then she's put black underglaze in them. So, these are super cute. You can see little kids, or even adults, eating breakfast on these little plates. Not sure what green this is. Probably True Celadon or the True Green. And then this is just clear. A lot of those plates are in that other kiln that's cooling down. These are some of Savannah's mushrooms. You know what? I believe that is not seaweed. I think it is ancient jasper on that. She's a fan of ancient jasper. And then this is going to one of Mickey's little planters. Well, that turned out cool. So I'm calling this kind of a, well, except for that. What happened there? Must have gotten something off the shelf. Other than that, it turned out super cool. So I put purple here, wiped it back, put Sky on top of that. This is Holly Green, and this is root beer. So, ooh, see how pretty that root beer is? Just look at that. That's just gorgeous. So I either grind it and refire it, or I keep it. Man, at this point, I'm going to be keeping Pottery. I'll probably regrind it. But dang it, I want to take it to the show because it's really pretty. Oh well. It is covered in glaze, but I'm not going to take that to a show. These are Nightcraft Co's little soap dishes, and I'm not sure what glaze she's done on this. I think it might be blue rutile because it breaks to green, and we've got some green on the back. And they've got little skulls in them. And these are more of her planters that she does. These ones are done with mulberry. And then these ones are done with Sky. She does put black underglaze in there, and the sun-kissed stroke and coat, and then glazes them with the celadons. And these are Savannah's little bloody ghosts. She has little, they're done out of reclaim, so some of them have specks. And then she paints eyes and puts little bloody drops. She's got a bunch of them. And these are just pinch pot ghosts. So if you need a good project for kids or adults, these are super fun to make. Little pinch pot ghosts are a good idea. All right, this is a refire. If you watched the kiln opening where one of my mushrooms fell and hit my big platter. I'm just seeing if it covered because I don't remember where it hit. I grinded it back and hit it with more of the Spectrum's Holly Green, and I cannot see. Awesome. So save this one. And the pumpkins are done with Amico's hibiscus gloss. That is super pretty. Super pretty. And the design is a placemat, and it was gifted to me, so I have no idea where it came from. Really love that. All right. Oh, I got a crack. Dang it. Well, we'll start with there. Yep. Got an ass crack with the Terra Red. This one I tried the Frosted Mint by Frosted Mint by Clayscapes. And then I did the cream on the inside with the yellow and the kiwi for green and textured amber. So that one didn't work. So I lost one. This one was done with the butter and the cream on the inside again. Same with the stem and leaf. All the stem and leaves were done with the same. So Frosted Mint. I wanted to try that Frosted Mint because it's more of a satin and see how it worked. But I'm really digging this right here where the Frosted Mint and the cream came together. And then sponged with yellow on the inside. Still pretty, but I think I prefer, I know I prefer this. This is one of the, I still had one to fire in the speckled buff. And this is my favorite. And by all your comments, when I asked which one you guys liked the best, I think the fire brick on the outside, the cream on the inside, sponged with some of the butter. And I did put more fire brick here to try to get it to run with the cream. Didn't run very much, but ran some, and I like it. So going forward, this is probably, well, except for my daughter really loved the butter on this clay, the yellow on this clay. So if they don't sell, guess what she gets? But I don't like them. I'm not, I love the Terra Red, don't get me wrong, but not for the apple bakers. I think I prefer the speckle. All right, what's left in here, I actually am gonna do a video on, but I made little price signs for the pottery. This is done with, and it looks like I have I've got it down. This is Briar Rose with the celadons in the Clayscapes glazes. I've been having some issues with crawling, but these all look great. And these were all just one dip. So I'm going to write on these with black erase markers, so I don't have to price absolutely everything I'm taking to the show. So basically, like, all the apple bakers will be one price, and I can just write on there, apple bakers, this price. I still got to figure out what that price is. So I did break a few when I was glazing them, but they still stand up, so I figured I'd still keep them. And I knocked them over when I set them down. And this is Lily of the Valley, and they all look good too. No crawling on them either. So I did stick with light colors. And then I'll put a black erase marker on them. And this is the Briar Rose, and again, winter, that works. So I will see, this is the first time I've used anything like this at a show. And this is Himalayan Blue Poppy. And no crawling. So woohoo! And then while I was at it, I made some business card holders, because why not? This one is Shadow Blue, Clayscapes. I like how it takes my stamp. Isn't that pretty? And this is the Himalayan blue poppy. So I'll be able to put some business cards in these guys. I don't know if I showed that in the video, but basically, well, we'll talk about it then. Whoops. Yeah, use clay to make business items. Don't go out and buy them, make them, because it makes it yours. Though, I'm gonna have to be careful I don't break them. Anyway, so gonna be grinding pottery, packing pottery, inventory pottery, all of that today as we pack up for the show tomorrow. I will do a video there tomorrow after we get set up and show you what it's like. This kiln I'm not gonna worry about filming. It's mostly, I only think I have one pie plate in there that's mine, and everything is students. So that's it for this. I am going to go ahead now and set up, take some pictures of these so you can see them in better lighting, since even though we put better lighting in here in the garage, you just tend to get an orange cast, and so we get so much natural light in that studio with all those big windows that it just takes better pictures. And then I will show you how I'm going to get that lid off. Okay, all right, stay tuned for that. All right, so here is how my setup, move this out of the way, my setup for taking, let's see if I can get you just a little closer so you can see. Actually, I know I'm going to be lifting it up. Always have a towel down when you do this. I will lift it from the lid, and with this fairy house, I have a dowel. If I hit any of these, I'm gonna break them. So this is gonna be a little tricky. I like to actually hit where it comes into, see, and I busted a flower, just like that. You gotta be really careful. This one's tricky. I can hear it changing. You have to problem is there's no good place to hit this. I just double checked none of the glaze came down. All right, this isn't gonna work. Dang it. I think I actually have some glaze right there. Good thing I like this Cookie House fairy jar, because it's now mine since I broke flowers. I only spent 3 days glazing this. Well, I think that's the culprit. Some of this glaze ran down these stems. So rather than keep at it, grab a screwdriver. There we go. Whew. All right, that was stressful. So that was the culprit. So what I'm gonna do, you know, I've been doing this long enough that when things break, if I decide to sell it, I'm gonna keep it, because I seriously spent 3 days glazing this. I'd kind of already decided. So I will glue these guys on with epoxy. And next time I make something this grand, I'm not going to be having the flowers sticking out. I already decided that when I was glazing it, but super cool. All right, so that's how you do it. That's how you don't do it. Don't break your flowers. All right, I'm going to set up for pictures and take pictures.